Last episode, everything started falling apart. A child was taken from her home and left behind by the people she trusted most. A ghost finally told the truth and shattered an entire family. A rivalry turned violent, and a werewolf became someone's only comfort. And I've only played through half the year. This week is only a little messy, but mostly wholesome, which is suspicious for this save file. So, a secret relationship is forced to end, but a new slow burn romance might be beginning. And we can't forget there's a wedding that needs to happen. Welcome back to my forever world, where every household is connected, every choice matters, and consequences don't wait their turn. They show up immediately and make everything worse. So, first, we're going back to the Lewis household. Last time we played in this household, Olivia met Lionel Capulet, and she absolutely didn't like him or the marriage that her parents had arranged. So she rebelled and kept seeing Anthony Montague in secret. Her parents, Alice and Eric, kept pushing for her to be around Lionel, hoping she would start liking him. So this week, things go downhill immediately for Olivia because Eric finds her private journal. He reads enough to know everything about her secret relationship with Anthony, how long it's been going on, and how serious it actually is. So he yells at her and he makes her call Anthony to tell him that she can't see him again while Eric stands there listening to every word. And Olivia can't explain anything. There's no context or closure, just a forced goodbye, and it is as painful as it sounds. I could literally feel her heart breaking in that moment because she doesn't even get to say goodbye. She doesn't even get to say what she actually wants to say. And Anthony is just left confused on the other end of the phone, so I also feel bad for Anthony. I'm kind of afraid that this is the end of Olivia and Anthony's love story, but, do y'all think Anthony will understand, or has this literally just ended everything? Anyway, the rest of the week goes by without much drama. Alice ages up into an adult. Lupin and Jasper complete their childhood aspirations, then they both age up into teenagers. And this is where I started to really see what kind of Sims Lupin and Jasper are going to be, because Lupin gets the evil trait and gains a difficult relationship with Jasper almost immediately. And Jasper starts rebelling against his parents, which is understandable since he watched his parents try to control his older sister his whole life. So he starts sneaking out at night and going to college parties with Alexander Goth. I didn't expect Alexander to be the rebellious kind of teen, but I'm so here for it. But then Eric realizes he hasn't really been there for Alice romantically, so he plans a date. He takes her out to the Festival of Light. It was actually really sweet. Like, he's trying to reconnect with her since all their children are older now. And Alice is just completely swept up in it. But after the date, Alice takes a pregnancy test and she's pregnant. So she runs to Eric to tell him. And Eric didn't seem very excited about it. So I don't know if this baby is going to bring them closer together or if it's going to add more stress in this household. Then Olivia ages up into a young adult, and instead of excitement, there's just a heavy feeling hanging over her because now the wedding isn't just someday far off in the future, it's coming very soon. And at her birthday party, Alice announces the pregnancy. Honestly, I feel like Alice does not care at all about Olivia, who announces their pregnancy during someone else's birthday party. But, anyways, everyone's like celebrating and it's supposed to be a big happy family moment, but I'm pretty sure everything underneath all of this is just broken. And to end the week, Jasper sneaks out with Alexander Goth again. But this time it feels less like rebellion and more like Jasper might be interested in Alexander as more than a friend. But while all that is happening, things aren't exactly calm over at the Goth house either. The last time we played the Goths, Bella and Mortimer had three more kids, and Cassandra learned that she couldn't be with Lionel Capulet. So this week, the Goths are struggling. Jared, Bertram, and Elmo are taking up everyone's energy and time, and then I realize Bella is pregnant again. and I nearly cried because this house is already at capacity and I'm already stressed over taking care of the other 3 kids. Honestly, I think Bella is glitched out because I didn't make her try for a baby with Mortimer, and I have neighborhood stories off. Hopefully, having 8 Sims in the house will fix it because I really don't want my save to be corrupted. So, Bertram and Elmo age up into toddlers, and not long after, Bella goes into labor, and baby Maribel Goth is born. So now that's 4 kids, and my sanity is stretched thin. And Cassandra, she's really feeling it because she's not just a sister anymore, she's helping raise them, and it's shaping how she sees her own future. She doesn't want this kind of chaos. Maybe 2 kids, maybe 1, maybe she might want something completely different. And it's such a small detail, but it says so much about where her head is at. But even with all that going on, there's still Lionel. Even though she hasn't seen him, she still thinks about him right before sleep. And I think that is just super cute. So, y'all need to tell me if y'all think Cassandra and Lionel are actually endgame or is their relationship just doomed? Because I feel like it might just be doomed. Meanwhile, Alexander Goth is meeting up with Jasper Lewis late at night, and I caught them flirting with each other, but I don't think either of them is brave enough to admit they have crushes on each other yet. So after a little flirting, they just played chess and talked. I am so here for this romantic tension. It's so cute, I could just die. Now that I've gotten all of that chaos out of the way, let's move on to the Chee Chee household. I was glad to have a break after the Goth household because all the babies crying stresses me out. Last time we played, Lee proposed to Paka. So this entire week is about one thing, the wedding. And this is the first actual wedding in my forever world, so I was really excited. Lee and Paka go venue shopping, and I can just feel how much she loves him. Then they had the engagement dinner, and Lee asks her friends to be in her wedding party. She throws herself a bachelorette party, and they have the rehearsal dinner. And then the wedding day comes, and it's so beautiful, everything about it. Lee looks incredible. Paka just can't take his eyes off her, and for once, nothing went wrong. Except the cake didn't show up, which is 100% my fault. I forgot to put it in Lee's inventory after I made her bake it, so that kind of just went straight into the trash. And a guest transformed into a werewolf, but like it didn't really ruin anything, and the wedding still felt perfect. Aside from the cake, I still feel really, really bad about that. They walked down the aisle, they say their vows, they exchange rings and kiss, and it was just so magical. And after they had their first dance together, Paka moves in. And for once, we get a happy ending. So now we have a relationship forced apart, a possible new romance, and one wedding that didn't shatter my hopes and dreams. But with everything else going on, I don't think this piece is going to last. Let me know what you think what happens next, especially with Olivia, Jasper, and Cassandra. And next episode, we're going back to Mason, adding a new household to the rotation, and then diving right back into the chaos with the Capulets. Because this story is nowhere near the end. And if you like storytelling like this, subscribe.